So we're going over points of performance for our rowing pattern. And we love unilateral rowing. It's a great exercise for the upper back and overall the upper body. And so we're going to start with what's called a 3-point row. It means we have 3 points of contact, our leg, our hand. Okay, so Corey will start by grabbing the dumbbell. And actually, what we really want to focus on here is that we want good movement happening in the upper back, the shoulder blade and the lat. And so we'll have Corey go through a few reps here. And what you'll see here is he's pulling it down to his midline of the body, right? He's getting a little bit of a stretch in the upper back, which will leverage the lat and the other muscles of the upper back. You can also see when he rows back, his shoulder's not poking forward. So he's actually getting the front of his shoulder back as his elbow comes to the midline of his body, okay? So appropriate stretch using the lat to leverage that pattern. Looking at the same movement from or the same pattern in a different movement, this is the half kneeling row. And so in this position, you'll really see how his shoulder blade is able to come around his body and his elbow comes back to the midline of his body as well, without the front of his shoulder poking forward. So again, this is a great example of the shoulder blade motion in a half kneeling row pattern. The last pattern that we'll show, very similar, is actually a little bit more of a vertical pull down, a vertical pattern. And so again, Corey's in that half kneeling position. He's letting his hand reach up and to start without his body being pulled forward. And so what that actually does, it challenges the muscles of the core and the abdominals to stabilize while his shoulder blade is reaching up and around his body. Again, fantastic exercise for the lats, for the delts, for the shoulder blades, the muscles around the shoulder blades. So one of the easiest ways to reclaim range of motion in the upper body is by actually doing it under load and allowing movement to occur at the shoulder blade. These are the points of performance for the row pattern.